All right, guys, welcome back to another video of Shaman J. Today we're going to be talking about the Google Pixel lineup. So there's a lot that goes into a person who loves a Pixel device. I mean, there is a lot. There's a special kind of person who likes Pixel devices. This is my Minty Fresh, but Bay is right here. That's what my SIM card is in Bay. But yeah, to me, there's a special type of person who loves Pixel devices. So I think a while back I saw something in the group, my group. They were asking about, what was your first Pixel and things like that. And I pretty much had every Google Pixel that has come out. I think I've had them all. Like I had the Nexus lineup even before it was officially like Google Pixel. So everything with this device, I think I really like it. But the reason I say it takes a special kind of person to like a Pixel is because Pixels aren't like ooh-wee, like flashy. Like if I just get my S24 Plus, the S24 Plus has like these sidebar, and it's one UI has these extra little, I don't know, it's just something about it that is different. But Pixels sometimes can be considered boring. I mean, does anybody remember when Pixels were said to be boring? All they do is take good pictures, video isn't good, stuff like that. So, but the people who stayed with Google devices, I'll just say Google devices since the beginning, we definitely are reaping the reward now because we have watched this platform right here and what Google has set up grow into something crazy. Let me get an older Pixel. Let's see here. Where's my older, different body shapes? Hold on. Yeah, here's some of them right here. We've watched Google transform. We've watched them transform through different design features, like the unibody design like this on this 5A, and I still have a 4A as well. Wish I still had a 5 and a 6, but nonetheless, here is the 6A right here. This is like one of the best for me. This is like almost a perfect size. But nonetheless, we watched them go through all these different designs, and it's kind of like, wow, to watch them grow and evolve into what they are right now. This has got to be the best design that they have here on the Pixel 8 Pro lineup. And I do have an 8 as well. And I just feel like this overall design, they got it right. They got it right. They did the doggone thing. This is the sexiest Pixel device. I remember back in the day, Eric, he's a Computer Solutions, shout out to E. He used to talk about how ugly the Pixels were. And I think it was this lineup right here. I actually like this lineup right here. I don't have any issues with this lineup because I think the unibody design, it kind of reminded me of the older Nokia devices and things like that. But, to each their own. I mean, this is a sleek device right here. And then the 5 was really nice, man. And right now, if you want to collect some of these old devices, if you've never experienced them, or you just want to collect them, you can find a lot of them renewed now on Amazon or just recertified in some places for a really low price. If you just wanted to get the whole collection and you sold yours, you don't have yours or whatever. The 4 lineup was really sleek. I love the Pixel 4 and 4 XL. Those are some of the best looking devices too. But this newer hardware on these devices, I'm glad they're sticking with this design. And they can slowly tweak this. So like if you grab their foldable device, I have a shell on it, but still if you grab this foldable device, they're kind of sticking to it. It's not all the way the same, but they're kind of sticking with it as the current lineup, like these newer ones. I've already said it a bunch of times. I don't like this camera bar. I want the camera bar to be joined on the sides like that, and it's totally doable. But they still have the new modern design with the Pixel Fold. This is the Pixel Fold, and this is a hot device right here. This is a great device. I think that they've come a long way when it comes to the hardware. And it was a slow transition for them to change their hardware. And so now you see how people make fun of the iPhones. Where's my iPhone? I think it's in my pocket. People make fun of the iPhone. I make fun of the iPhone, saying that they've got to change this design. I truly believe that Apple should change this design Google has gotten to the point where they're just now getting to this quality of hardware. In my humble opinion, this is a premium feeling device. This is my 15 Pro. This device feels great. It is way more premium feeling than most devices on the market. So Google has finally got to this point where I trust their hardware 100% as to if they stay here for a while, if they stay right here like this, like Apple has been here for several years, if they stay like this, it won't be so bad, I say. It's not going to be too bad for them. And they'll be able to sustain this as long as they're bringing something new. Like, do like other companies, change the camera lenses, give them more power, give them something to make it say, ooh, I changed this. Like, here's the next generation or whatever. Do something to make this hardware even better. The people who stay with Google on the software side, oh man, we stuck it out, man. We are sticking it out. If you're a true Google loyalist, you remember the Google Play devices? Oh man, I thought that was fire right there. I think they should go back to doing that. You know what I'm saying? They should go back to the Google Play devices. That was a hit. You're taking other OEM software, other OEMs hardware and putting your software on it, giving consumers a wide range of variety of hardware. That is a nice thing. Some devices that have really good hardware, they need the Google software to make it whole, but unfortunately it doesn't work like that. Like I could imagine having an S24 Ultra with stock Android. Oh man, that would be sweet. Or even the S24 Plus, or just any of the Samsung devices. Samsung's hardware is phenomenal, man. And we already have OnePlus. Here's the OnePlus Open. We already have OnePlus pretty much on a stock setup. So that is what, I hope Google's direction for their next foldable device goes in the direction of OnePlus. So I'm hopeful that Google really genuinely kind of kicks it with this design right here. Make some smaller ones, make more. I made a video recently saying, is Google really going to bring us a small Pixel 9 Pro or whatever? And I think that went over a lot of people's head. Like they just totally didn't understand for some reason or another. I don't know how they missed that, but I can tell by some of the comments that people misunderstood that video. But nonetheless, I feel like Google's direction that they're going in could be game-changing for Google lovers. Like Apple has those Apple lovers. Samsung has those Samsung lovers. It's just a thing with this hardware right here. If you don't like the 8 Pro and the 8 lineups hardware, I don't think you were ever a hardcore Google fan to appreciate the transition to this greatness right here. This is great. Like the colorways that they're doing now. Let me get my. The colorways are just beautiful, man. Like, I'm using Bay with my SIM card because I have the Bay watch. Pause. What did they say? Pause. That wasn't a pause moment. That was like a flex. For the old school Bay watch. Let me let it go. I'm showing my age. But yeah, this right here, because I definitely don't know how to use this pause thing, whatever people are saying. But this right here, this colorway right here, these ones that they have are crazy, man. Like these are colorful, beautiful devices that cater to different types of people. These are fire right here. It's nice. It is nice, man. So, and I'm showing this one because my personal phone beeps a lot with so many messages, and it definitely was beeping just a second ago. But nonetheless, I have a lot of Pixels, and I just really enjoy what Google is doing here with the current software too. That's another thing. So you see I have this one skinned here, and I have the skin turned off on this one. I love the way the colors pop. I love the variety that I could do with the Pixel. The software to me is perfect with the Pixel. Where the Pixel kind of falls short, where it kind of falls short when I started comparing it next to the Snapdragon Gen 3 processor. Now, I'm hopeful, like in another video I did, I was showing something and people were like, oh, you see how the Pixel's kind of stuttering and stuff like that already? I forgot which one I was doing, what video that was on, but nonetheless, when I've watched it back, I can see the spots where people were saying, "Oh, hey man, the pixel's kind of jerky." In regular use, you don't really notice these things. It's gonna have to be something really, really like detrimental. It's gotta be something serious for me to even notice that it jerked or stuttered a little bit. Because in most situations, I don't notice. I just don't notice. But when I rewatch the video, because I don't do very much editing, I try to do one take Jakes and leave it alone to make it easier on myself. I don't do scripted videos most times. Sometimes I'll have footnotes, but I just talk about how I'm feeling at the moment, and then I move on to the next. And I've always done that too, by the way. If you've been following me long enough, you know that's how I get down. But the point is, this Pixel software has even moved in a better direction. Like they are really honing this in. However, when certain things come up on the Pixel, when you start to compare it next to the Gen 3, the Gen 8, Gen 3 processor, whatever, the Snapdragon 8 Gen, that processor is smooth. And so I know Google's not going to go back to a Snapdragon processor. Why would they? When they got their own processor. It just needs to be, they need to keep trying and tuning it. They need to get it to where it's tuned perfectly for what they're trying to do on the software. Now, one thing I noticed that normally I would be recording with a Pixel, but I want to show you my Pixels. I just had a software update. That's why I was doing it. I wanted to show you the Pixels that I'm using. I didn't want to record a Pixel, but one area where they're needing to continue to grow, where they've got a lot better, is video recording. This is a huge thing for me. Ironically enough, I don't use Video Boost as much as I thought I would. I just like the regular 4K 30 or the 4K 60. But with the 4K 60, you have to turn off HDR. That's another thing. I can whip up my iPhone or my Samsung and record in 4K 60 HDR. For something reason with Google, you don't get 10-bit HDR recording. It's unavailable. Little things like that. I want to give the highest resolution and the smoothest videos. I want to do it all on the Pixels. And, sometimes you just can't. The way, I don't know, and it has to be just the way this hardware and software are put together for reasons they can't figure out yet, or they don't want to share yet, why I can't record 60 HDR 10-bit. But I got a feeling that they're going to change that. You know what I mean? They're going to change it. Macro video is still a thing, but look at something else that changes when I turn on 4K 60 frames per second. I lose my enhanced speech. Like, why though? You know what I mean? Like, it's something that I need them to tweak, and I need them to get it done a little bit faster. Rumor has it that they're shifting more towards AI, so maybe they'll be able to take care of some of these things in AI format. Who knows? But I definitely could appreciate what they're doing here, because one thing people can't say anymore is that their video is not good. They even have the portrait video now, and it's called Blur for them. But fact of the matter is, it's great. It's not fantastic. It's not like wow factor or whatever, but it's still there and it is good. I think OnePlus has some of the best portrait video, with Samsung coming out on top. I think Samsung comes out on top. In the end, the S24 Plus, the S24 Ultra, the S24, those, we start to really dig deeper with that portrait video in different scenarios. They do phenomenal indoors. Outdoors, iPhones is killing it, man. iPhones is killing the portrait style video or cinematic video outside, to me. Now with Google, they're still on 1080p portrait video or blur video or whatever. They're not there yet. So I think Google is moving at a pace that's comfortable for their subscribers who enjoy their products, but they need to pick it up a little bit now, because the next iteration of this device is coming out, and it's going to be called the 8A. I know you guys have been seeing all the leaks and the rumors of whatever, so no spoilers here. Even if I know about something, I'm not going to leak it or show it or talk about it or whatever. But I will say that, Google's moving in the right direction. Whether you agree with the pricing or whatever, all the leaks and stuff you hear, to me, they're moving in a direction that is making them better. And then you, again, just because it's, you see Apple fanboys and all that stuff and Samsung Knights and all that junk like that, you still have a loyal base to Google, and it is strong. And so Typically, that's why I buy whatever device comes out, whether Google sends it out or not, because I want to get the opposite of what they're sending me just to check things out. But the A lineup is going to be great. I'm sure it will be. I sold my 7A a while back. Someone needed a phone. Shout out to my man. I won't put you on blast or anything like that. He needed a phone. I'm always look out for him, so I sold it to him a while back because I have a ton of other Pixels, and I could just get another 7A if I just really want to compare later. But nonetheless, I feel like with Google's direction with the 8A lineup, the only thing that may hurt them with the 8A lineup is going to be pricing. People are going to complain about the price, but when you start to dig into what the 8A is bringing, it should be a little bit more clear why they're pricing it the way they're pricing it or whatever. But, let's hope that it doesn't go up too far in price or whatever. I'm just like you. I may be doing creation and stuff like that on all these products, but I still have to either buy the products or wait for Google to send them to me to get my hands on. So I'm excited for the next iteration of the A lineup, if in fact they even drop an A lineup. So I know rumors are out there. It's already leaked all over the internet, all the colors or whatever. Basically, it looks like the current lineup. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping that it's something that finds its path, because the A lineup is supposed to be the lineup that is giving you pro features or features that are on the big dogs that at a much lower price, and they tweak some things in the device to make it more affordable. So let's see what they're going to do. We don't know what they're going to do with their next lineup, but I think the transformation of Google and what they've done is a huge milestone from where they've come from. So, Google is known for putting out some really good products. And whether you like Google or not, that's on you. If you don't like Google's hardware, if you don't like stock Android, some people still say that stock Android is boring. I think stock Android is nice. All of my devices are up to date. I will admit Samsung has been updating their devices faster, but at the same time, fast doesn't always mean great or perfection or anything like that. It just means that they're getting their updates out faster to their consumers. So if you're waiting to see what's going on with Google, I think you're gonna be impressed with what you see. That's about all I'm able to say at this point. So if you're a Google fanboy, fangirl, fan man, fan lady, whoever, whatever, if you just like Google products, I think you're probably gonna love what's coming. And I don't think you're gonna be too mad at the price like you might think you would. So it's your man Jay, software and hardware discussion with Google, the 8A lineup. What are you expecting from the 8A lineup? What are you expecting from the 9 Pro and the 9 and all these different devices that might come this year? What are you expecting from them? I know what I want to see, but I want to know what you want to see. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Team Pixel, stand up.